Welcome to Genderqueer Atheist News, a sampling of the daily Genderqueer Atheist Reader. You are welcome to join Genderqueer Atheists on Facebook. Subscribe to Genderqueer Atheists on YouTube. Network with us at Genderqueer Atheists on Atheist Nexus. Links are available in the description below this video. Editor's note: we did some research into funding sources for the so-called Coalition for Marriage for this next story. We urge you to visit the original article at pinknews.co.uk for further details. We also urge you to pause this video in order to read pertinent screen captures of the article. This appears to be a global movement. Please take action in your area. The new Dark Ages seems to be well organized. Vigilance and passion suggested. From the Telegraph: Catholic schools face indoctrination claims over gay marriage. The Roman Catholic Church contacted its secondary schools in England and Wales and asked them to encourage pupils to back the campaign against gay marriage. By John Bingham, Religious Affairs Editor. Last month, a letter by Archbishops Vincent, Nichols, and Peter Smith was read at masses attended by around 1 million worshippers. It defended marriage as a natural institution and said that redefining it would be a profoundly radical step. Schools were invited to use the letter in assemblies or distribute copies to parents, as well as highlighting the petition. But a pupil at one London secondary school complained to the website Pink News, saying that they were appalled by the way the issue had been presented. Secularist campaigners warned that schools which read the letter could be breaking equality laws as well as rules against promoting political causes in schools. Terry Sanderson, president of the National Secular Society, said, "This is a clear breach of the authority and privilege that the Catholic Education Services has been given in schools." Richie Thompson of the British Humanist Association said, "The Coalition for Marriage petition is very deliberately a political document, and for this reason we question whether the CES has broken the law." From the Washington Blade: EEOC ruling on trans rights triggers new call for ENDA, by Chris Johnson. LGBT rights supporters are continuing to press for passage of the Employment Non-Discrimination Act following a ruling this week from the U.S. agency expanding non-discrimination protections under existing law to include transgender workers. During a conference call with reporters on Tuesday, Mason Davis, executive director of the Transgender Law Center, emphasized the need for passage of ENDA legislation that would ban employers from discriminating on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity. "We still need ENDA," Davis said. "This decision is incredibly important. It means that transgender people throughout the United States now have legal recourse. We need to make sure that we couple that with legal protections from Congress and the courts." Tobias Wolff, a gay law professor at the University of Pennsylvania, said the ruling doesn't provide non-discrimination protections for gay and lesbian workers, coverage that ENDA would provide. Additionally, Wolf said transgender workers could face discrimination based on sexual orientation if they're in a same-sex relationship that an employer finds objectionable. If you're a transgender lesbian, for example, then the question of whether you're protected from discrimination based upon your gender identity is often put on the table at the same time the question of whether you're protected from discrimination because you're a lesbian, Wolf said. This ruling speaks to the first question. It doesn't speak to the second question. LGBT organizations such as the Human Rights Campaign and the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force issued statements calling for the passage of ENDA after the EEOC decision was rendered. HRC President Joe Salamis said it is critical the entire LGBT community have clear, strong protections against workplace discrimination in federal law. Policymakers must take every step available to them to ensure all workers have a level playing field, including passage of an Inclusive Employment Non-Discrimination Act and the adoption of an executive order barring discrimination by federal contractors, Salamis said. EEOC made the ruling after the Obama administration was criticized by many in the LGBT community for deciding at this time against issuing an executive order requiring federal contractors to have non-discrimination policies based on sexual orientation and gender identity. Thanks for listening to Genderqueer Atheist News, a sampling of the daily Genderqueer Atheist Reader. You are welcome to join us on Genderqueer Atheists on Facebook, subscribe to Genderqueer Atheist YouTube, and network with us at Genderqueer Atheists on Atheist Nexus. Links are available in the description below this video. Music by Kevin MacLeod. I'm Rogie Riverstone.